They're a group of exercises called the motion exercises in which you continue to move and your dog stays static. In this video, I'm going to address the down in motion. So here I want to be able to have my dog on a heel. Platz, Fuß, Platz, Fuß, Platz, Fuß. So the idea is simple, Fuß. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him back with me. Platz. And your dog goes down, you keep moving, you keep walking, he stays there, I can come back, walk back to him, I'll give him a second command, Platz, come back, Fuß, and I'll take him back. And that is the basic idea to the down in motion. So to understand this, there's a couple different components that I'm going to show you with Goofy to understand, and that will make it easy for your dog to understand this. So first of all, Fuß, good, Platz. I'm going to make him understand, Fuß, Platz, that he can do this movement in this position, right? So if I say Sitz, Fuß, Platz, that he should immediately go down. Fuß, and I can walk in place, Platz, Platz, Fuß, Platz, Fuß. Now you'll see he doesn't want to get in the way of my walking feet, Platz. Good. Fuß. Now we'll take off, turn. The other way, turn. Platz. Good, and I'll come back. Now that's kind of hard for the dog to get, but I'm going to do a little tactical, or tactile I should say, movement to help him see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Fuß, here, and I'm going to have this hand up, and I'm going to teach him Platz. And I'm going to continue the movement. So that idea of getting him to understand this movement, Fuß, I'm going to take him back. I'm going to give him this visual to help him to see Platz. Right? So the hand comes above his head and I come down. So he's seeing that on this movement is where he's going to be told his command. Fuß, Platz. Good. And that movement of this is something that you're going to begin to fade with the dog as the lesson goes on. Fuß. Good boy. There doesn't really need to be any reward here because the reward's going to come at the end. If you get him too jacked up, too wound up with this, it's going to make it harder for him to understand this. So in AKC, your hand is going to be at your waist, so they'll look like this, Fuß or heel, right? Platz. And it kind of has an easier way of making the dog understand it because the hand is in a position where he can see that it might come into this place, right? So you can start to fade that. But right now, you want to teach the dog this movement. Another way you can do this is you can use a prong collar, but you don't necessarily need it if the dog has a really good understanding of this, but it's to use a line on the dog's collar and give him a little indication of this. So Fuß, and be careful that your dog doesn't get suspicious of this movement coming every time you stop, because if I stop, he should sit, right? That's why the sit in motion is a little bit easier for him to understand. Platz, right? Good. Fuß, Platz, good. So here, if I'm walking with him, I want to make this tactile movement of Platz, good. Fuß, Platz, good. Fuß. And from the back, it looks the same. Platz. And the dog stays as you leave. The important part is to get the dog to understand that he has to stay there when you leave him. So he's not allowed to follow me here, right? Good, Platz. Remind him of that. Good, what you're doing is very good. Come back. None of his feet shouldn't move, his body shouldn't move, nothing should really move until you call him. Fuß. When he comes back into position, right? That's a very, very good boy. Goofy Fuß. In slow motion here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say Platz. And it's that left foot and that slight drop that pushes him into that position. Now if he's in a Platz, he should stay there. Good boy. And I can walk around and do whatever I want, and he's not going to follow me until I give him the command, Fuß, and he's going to get back into that position. Another great tip, and you'll see me cover this in a lot of other videos where I'm trying to get the dog to maintain control, good boy, Platz, is I'm going to put the toy behind him and I'm going to release him back to the toy. That's going to solve a lot of your problems. That, if you're having a problem with your dog, more than likely it's going to be that the dog is releasing forward to you to try to be with you during the heel exercise, and you don't want that. Aus. Aus. Fuß. So what I'm going to do here, Fuß, is I'm going to heel him, turn him, heel him. Now watch, I'm going to heel him over the toy. And again, this is the advanced phase of this. Here, over the toy, Platz. I also did the release on my right leg, or the command on my right leg, and he's right where the toy is. So now if I'm up here, the choice for the dog becomes, I can come to you or I can go back to the toy. And what I really want the dog to do is to go back to the toy, because I want to release him backwards. I want him to know that the reward is coming behind him. I can do this with treats, I can do it with toys. And when I say to the dog now, yes, good boy, oh, good boy, oh my God, what a good boy. Oh, what a good boy. Yeah, good boy. Okay, good.